Okay, should be live, I believe. Just gonna see if this pops up. And it looks good. Actually, it doesn't look like anything. Now it looks good. Alright, there we go. Welcome to the stream. Welcome back to the stream. I should probably change the name of the stream. I don't know if I can do that while it's actually going on. Co-op. FPS 3D platformer. I guess it already is pretty close to what it actually is. I thought I had named it differently than that, but no, whatever, close enough. Because that's what it is. It is a co-op 3D platformer. Here's where we're at. I think I made a few changes from yesterday. I think this thing kind of works right. Kind of works right. Doesn't completely work right. So it does, in theory. It swivels up. Oh, there's a cannonball weighing down the other side. Or else I'm wrong and it just doesn't work. It was working. Oh, what? Okay, well, it works that way. Why doesn't it work the other way? But the one issue with it, as you can see, is it doesn't reset. And, I mean, there might be multiple issues with it, but there weren't yesterday, I don't think. But it doesn't go back to being horizontal, so it has no, like, spring in it. I don't know why. I also added, like, this whistling sound for the cannonballs when they're incoming, so you don't have to look to know if they're close to you or not, kind of. It's kind of a lot nicer because you don't have to worry about them unless you hear them. And you can localize them on headphones or speakers or whatever. I changed it so there's also a walk, and you accelerate, and there's like a max speed to it. But there's also, if you hold shift, like it just goes crazy, and you can go super fast. And then you get kind of a bunny hoppy thing going on. I'm not sure if like what else at the max speeds to and everything, but I think this is pretty cool for like speedrunners and people like bunny hopping and stuff. You could do all sorts of crazy crap if you got really good with the timings. Because like ultimately, like you can do cool stuff like that where you can bounce across the level if you're really good at this, which I'm not, but someone might get to be really good at it. Like in theory, you could do some pretty crazy stuff and even change direction because it's all physics based. So there might be like some speedrunners who want to do that kind of thing because it does measure the time, right? And eventually there could be a global leaderboard of the best times for each level to, you know, go by all the flags. Uh-oh. Oh no. There could be a global leaderboard, so that could be part of the gameplay as well. Kind of like, what's that one game called? Trackmania or whatever, almost. Something like that. Where you just see replays of people doing crazy stuff. You might know some FPS lag and stuff like that. It's because I'm compiling a massive program in the background. My startup house key, the database of 9 million Canadian properties, is currently compiling in the background, so that's no joke. 530 fields per property plus a bunch of other additional data sets. So it's like doing a ton of processing in the background. So what I want to do today is probably some level design. I'm quite sleepy, so I'll probably code terribly. But level design is good. Hey, come back and love me. Talk to me while I design this level, so I have inspiration and I get feedback. Because I don't know how to design 3D level platform or 3D platformer levels very well. I'm hoping I can wing it just based on previous experience designing other things in other fields. Maybe I can get something close to what it should be. One thing that's going to be kind of annoying is like there's a million physics objects that I'll have to kind of create for the gameplay, and it's just going to be kind of tedious work because I can't really skip those things. Like I just need to make things like this, like weird hinges and stuff, and platforms that drop out of the sky when you walk on them, and all the typical like Mario type things. And that's going to be interesting because like it'd be nice if there was an asset pack that existed for that. How do you fix this weird mouse glitch here? What is this? What is happening? Do I have to like click something? I know this happens in some 3D programs, and wait, this is what's going on? How do I like reorientate the mouse or like reset the view so it works normally? Oh, I have no idea. To zoom further. I don't want to zoom further. Why are you doing this to me, Godot? Whoa, maybe if I just get closer to the origin or something, it'll start working normally. Yeah, it seems a little more normal. Alright, cool. Yeah, so I guess what I kind of want to do is like, it'd be nice if I had some assets I could really use to do this. I do need to design a level that's cool, and it may be a bit challenging with the very few assets that I have right now. Also, like, I don't really want to get too into like actually using real models and stuff, because then I'll be polishing the game in the state it might not end up in, which is basically a waste of time. So I guess there'll be a lot of like CSG boxes and stuff. It'd be nice if I could put all this stuff in a level folder so I can actually instantiate levels properly and have different levels. I could probably try that. I don't see why I wouldn't be able to toss this stuff in a node and have it be a level. But I guess we'll see. Okay, so we have world. As long as we don't have... Okay, these are part of the world. Or the level, I mean. So we'll just call this like level 0001. In case there's 1,000 levels. I have no idea if there will be or not. That seems excessive. Let me name this Teeter-Totter. I saw a great video on level design earlier today. I can't remember what it was called, but let's see if I can find it. I don't know if it's 3D platformer. I don't know what I was searching, but it was a really good video. Well, I guess I'll never find it again. Hey, it's me. There was someone who's like a professional level designer, and they had done a great job showing a half-made level and like how it like goes before like it gets all the art and stuff done to it. I'm surprised it's not like the first one. Oh, here it is, spatial communication. Yeah, this is like a great video if you're
by blocking like sight lines
of like how to design. This isn't really quite the same as 3D platform, but like for basically FPS games, story-driven games or whatever, like how to get like the various things you can do that are interesting to the player and stuff like that, and a bunch of theory on it. And it was like a really cool video. He walks straight through the level and has a great presentation. So if you're getting into level design stuff, that is probably one of the best videos I've seen. Not that I'm an expert on the subject, but it seemed pretty good. So the cannonballs have to be part of not the level. Cloud roll, mountains, background objects can all be part of the level. Sun, sky. This is. Can you have multiple directional lights and stuff like that? And game music, I guess, is not. So all of this goes in here. And that's our entire level. I think that makes sense. See if it still works. Okay, seems happy. So I guess level 1 will become its own scene, and then it would be instantiated in code or something like that. I don't know, I'll figure that out later when I need to. Doesn't sound very exciting to work on. Yeah, so how do I get this into a state where I can play it in like a few weeks with some friends? It's mostly the level design that I need to do. And just fixing a glitch with the boxes. If you have like 3 players, the boxes like crash, like the ones you spawn will crash the game. Just not super desirable. What is going on here? What am I doing? I literally have no idea what I did. Am I just moving the whole level? Cool. Okay, so background objects has... Actually, it's just this rock formation. So yeah, I wonder if I can make this so it actually has like a collision path and everything on it, or collision box shape thing. Oh. Come on. So I'd like this to be like the center of the level almost, or like... I almost need the players to spawn at like a player spawn. Instead of just like in the middle of the map. See, it like sucks working with the models you have to import and everything that you like can't modify and have to like create sub things for everything. Like that's not a very fast workflow. I think I'm gonna end up doing that all the time. I'm not really confident enough in Godot to really do this properly, because when you hit new inherited scene, it doesn't seem to swap the scene out. It just like adds it here, then you have to resave it, which makes it even slower. Like I wonder if there's a way you can just be like, open this and then just like save it. Just like make it so I can like just use the custom version of it or something. Because it's gonna be annoying if I can't like edit anything without doing that whole process. Maybe I can... New inherited. Save. See, like, oh, this is gonna be so cringy. So bad. I wonder if there's a script where it'll just like overwrite all of them with like, and just make them all into scenes or something. Because I can just pop in and edit them. It'd be much faster. Kind of what I want to do with this is like scale all this stuff way up. Okay, I can't really do that. I could scale this up, but I don't know if that's a great idea or not. Alright, let's just ignore that for now, I guess. We'll just change this into a whole phase of the production process, I guess. And what we'll do for now is we'll just use CSG boxes and like shapes, and we'll just do the level that way. Which sounds really fun. It's fast, so fast is good. So what we could do is like, we need to figure out like, where do the players spawn? Where are they going? Also, I don't think this sea is going to be nearly big enough for the size that the level eventually needs to be, but we could have them... What pattern should they even go in? So we kind of want them there to be like a visual indicator of like where they're supposed to end up. So where's this box going when I copy and paste it? It doesn't duplicate things when you hit copy paste? Weird. Okay, so we'll put it so for now that the main objective is going to be like the last place you visit is over here. And this will give people like a visual anchor of where they're going in the game, I guess. So this should be something interesting. So they're like, oh, okay, we got to get over there. And then they could just go kind of up here. It's funny, I didn't anticipate, I kind of designed the game to not have to do much level design, but it's pretty apparent that now it's going to be a very standard 3D platformer. And it's going to take a ton of level design, because the level design basically is the game, which I really wanted to avoid because it takes so long to do, but there might not really be any way to avoid that. I almost wanted like the mechanics of the game to be the game, but I think it's just going to be traditional level design, which is slow because it's a very manual process and there's nothing you can really do about that. So, okay, this looks fun. Here's a fun shape for the players to figure out how to deal with. That's something that would be a pretty easy thing to put kind of anywhere. If we want to like block the players or anything, it'll just be like rocky shoals or something like that. This is the first level, so maybe putting something first where they have to use the bricks could be interesting, like, or the boxes to build and get over it. So they kind of figure out right away. It's like, oh, if there's an impassable thing, we can always just use these bricks and just build our own way. One thing that could be interesting though is like, I guess I'll just make it so the ship doesn't come close enough to shoot them over here or something like that, because the ship can just have a range of how it fires the cannons or whatever. And then like we do want to get into a lot of just like traditional platformer elements. Oh, Control D duplicates, that's nice. So we do want like a lot of difference in height and stuff like that. The problem with this stuff is like, I have a lot of ideas of what things you could do, but they'd all take forever. Like you could literally have like half broken buildings and stuff like with different floors on them coming out of the sea and stuff like that, like it's a flooded city. But it would just take like so long to make that. And like that's quite a bit of work to plan for like a not even play tested game. But I guess we can go some with that direction. Actually, we'll see if we can do something like that. It sounds cool anyway. And like this is gonna look rough for a long time until I figure out exactly how this is all gonna work, but Control D. Why can't I click them? There we go. Okay. So maybe this whole building will actually be tilted and stuff as well. I don't really think there's much of a shortcut way to do this. If anybody knows any shortcut ways to do level design, let me know. As far as I know, it always just takes forever. Yeah, so this will be multiple. We'll actually add some like brokenness to it, I guess. Okay. Now we need one in the back here. I'd love to just be able to like hand this off to a level designer once it's all like gray bricked out or white blocked or whatever they call it, and just be like, hey, like make this look good now. But I don't think that's gonna happen with my little indie game. I don't think they're gonna want to do all the hard work for no money. I mean, not that I wouldn't pay them, just that most games don't make money, and with the amount of effort I plan to put in this one, I'd be quite surprised if it ends up making zillions of dollars. That's a young man's game. Or a more dedicated man's game. I'm just trying to make something fun. Yeah, I mean, if there was a million players because I nailed the gameplay elements, then I would just literally put everything aside and work on the game, because you have some guarantees that it's going to be successful at that point. But unless that's happening to you, you might want to keep playtesting and whatnot. It's like once you have, like, you know when you have lightning in a bottle, right? And that's when you switch gears. But from my experience, that is few and far between. Well, it'll happen a few times throughout your life, but if you keep creating things, but not super often. Especially with like how much people create things like these days. Everyone's creating everything all the time now. It's like 8 million startups doing everything. Okay. Terrible looking building. Don't know if it'll actually stay here or in this direction. I also don't know why this building would even be fun. There's nothing fun looking about it, so I'm sure it'll change to become more fun. That's kind of fun. Maybe you can like go and maybe you have to build bricks to get up the stairs, and then it goes out to this way. And then I'll have like these crazy droppy platforms or something. Total platformer style. Physics platforms that drop into the water. Would be like here. Something like that. I don't know how many there should be, but ones. Oh, I've selected too many. So these fall down, then they'll respawn every once in a while, I guess. Oh, look. Many people are here. I do suck at that is true, that is true. Wholesome hero. No bees. I don't even know what this means. What? There's only two. How is the chat turning into like a flame war when there's only 3 people in it? You guys are very feisty. You're feisty to learn game development. I like that. Why are you guys arguing who got into Harvard? Did you go to Harvard for video game design? Hey. I don't even know why. My music's too loud? Is it? Is that true? I don't know. Seems pretty quiet. But I cannot tell. Or do you mean in the game? It's gonna be hard to like figure out what's advice and what's part of the flame war. Like what's constructive criticism for me versus what's like a cutting insult for someone else. Is it? Really? Interesting. It shouldn't be, but I will turn it down. There you go. How's that? That's not my music. That's the game. The game's music's different than that music. The game's music probably is loud. I like my new level, especially how I spawn under the water and repeatedly die. Didn't really think of that. I should probably fix that. I don't know if players will really like that. Maybe they will, you know, it's kind of innovative. You don't even have to play the game. You just die. How did this stuff get out of the level? Very tricky boxes. Get back in there. There we go. I do question why I spawn underwater. Because to my knowledge... Oh, is it because I moved the whole level or something? That seems like something I would probably do. There we go. That might fix it. Let's see here. Hey, we spawned. Oh, look at this amazing level design over here. Now, time for me to spend 30 minutes getting over to see my amazing work. There we go. Actually, we'll just do this the cool way. With my new shift run button, I bet I can just like, get some crazy momentum going, especially because I don't reset the momentum on death. So I bet we can just, yeah, we're getting there. Get some crazy B-hops going. No, no. It would have been faster to not do this. What have I done? Well, that's going poorly. I'll try that again. There we go, this is the strategy. World speed record. Oh no. I made the cannonballs shoot you back when they hit you, but as you can see, it doesn't quite work quite right. Okay, well, the second problem that we have now, I cannot check my own work because it's too far away. I could change where the player spawns, but that would involve coding, and I'm sleepy, and I don't want to do much coding due to sleepiness. Oh, will I make it? No. Well, turns out I'll never be able to look at my own work. That could be a problem in the future. It's a problem for future me to solve. What should this go to? What should this level be? Should it be a mishmash of things? I need multiple platforms and levels. So, oops, I think I just duplicated the entire level. That seems not great. Were you guys there the other day when I deleted the entire character and saved? That was pretty cool. Alright, what are you guys up to? Are you guys just... This is, you guys are still just going at each other? Hey, they all left. Damn. Well, hopefully they wrote enough chats that it just like fires the views on this up or something. Hopefully they... Well, I don't know if I want them to come back. Because like they'll just flame the entire chat again. You know, this is like an ethical dilemma. It's like they write a lot, but it's all toxic craziness. So it's like, should I, it's like dancing with the devil kind of thing. And meanwhile, there's no one in Twitch. YouTube seems to be bumping for streaming. Like 1 out of every 20 streams, 3 random people will show up and have a flame war. Alright, back to level design. What can we build that is fun? Here's a fun thing. So maybe this guy can go here. Way up in the sky, apparently. This seems like a crazy amount of jumping puzzles for one area. Doesn't even make sense. So I'm trying to think, like, if you... The point is you have to go to the flags and touch them, and then you get, like you have to just touch all the flags and make it to the end. Should there be like a flag down here under this? So it's like you go to the middle when you drop down and there's like the first flag and then you run back into the building, then back up again. And then that would give you and the other thing is, how linear do I want? Like, how much do I want to force what the players are doing versus how much do I want to let them decide, like, what order they do it in? Like, should it actually have a clear path, kind of like more like a Mario game, or should it be like you can do it in any way you want, any order you want, as long as you do that one last? Or do I even care if they do that one last? Is it just you touch all the flags in any order you want? And there's like an obvious order, but you can just do it any way you want to do it. As long as you hit them all, it's fine. That could be interesting. Because like for speedruns and stuff, if you're allowed to hit the flags anyway without having to do it in a specific order, or is that too much choice? Is that just like too much? I guess we'll see in playtesting or something. Also, I don't know why I'm designing a game specifically for speedrunners, as I'm not a speedrunner, so I don't really know how they think. So having the whole thing be water will be kind of boring, so it'll be like interesting if there could be like a building on the side or something, like a big version of this, like almost like a big building that you can walk through. I guess if we're doing sunken buildings, kind of like a sunken... I don't know what the vibe of this is going to be exactly. Like maybe it'll be like that Kipo show, like an apocalyptic kind of city going on. Cartoony apocalyptic city, I guess it would be. So this one could actually be open, because since you have physics bodies, like you can do anything you want, which is interesting. You can put a flag up at the top of this, which would be also weird and kind of cool. Actually, we could do a lot with this, just with these like ones down here. Like have it so you jump from there to there. There's also like another one, maybe like a flag up here, maybe a flag down there where you jump back in, and then a flag up here where you then slide down. It could be interesting. It could be interesting. Wonder how far over this should be. If we're gonna have buildings like that, I guess like probably the thing that would make the most sense would be that there would be a building at the end that is like the largest building that you have to get to the very top of, so people can figure out faster ways to the top of it. That'd be cool. And also, like, since it's the biggest building, maybe they'll be like, okay, I have to get there. That's obviously a pretty important building. I don't know if that's actually how players will think, but I guess that's what playtesting's for. Hopefully that's what they think. They go, wow, what a big building. I should probably get to that building. And that one you could run up and have various physics problems and stuff in it. It could be almost its own little level inside the level. And it's like if you can figure out a way to somehow get to the top faster, that's cool. So you're starting here. Seems like it'd be pretty obvious that that's where you'd want to go, because it's massive. Yeah. We'll move our teeter-totter thing up over this way, I guess. So I'll have to like study like some of the Mario games for all of their like interesting gameplay items. I wish there was like a library of just like all of the Mario style platforms with as in physics objects, because that would just save me so much time. Then recreating the behavior of like, you know, things that either drop and then respawn or flip one way then flip the other way, all those kind of things. I guess I can do like moving static bodies and stuff too, which would be pretty cool. Just like platforms to just move and are timing based. And also I should put the ship on a actual path that it traverses, so it goes around different parts of the level, so there's always like some threat of a wild element attacking you, and there could of course be more than one ship as well. Oh, hey, welcome. You missed the entire giant weird flame war that happened 5 minutes ago. It was weird. The only thing I don't like about designing a level exactly like this is it already looks like so much. It's gonna be so much work to do all the texturing and everything. Like, because if I use just like if I just do like this method of blocking it all out, then I have to like create these assets basically after, which is going to be interesting. Because I don't know, yeah, maybe there's like a apocalyptic building set or something I can download for free that'll help, but it looks like it's going to be quite a bit of doing stuff. But maybe I can just keep it like in prototype mode for a long time, or avoid just like making it look really good for a while anyway. If I even can. I have no idea if I would be able to make it look super good or not, as it is a skill I do not really regularly practice. What else can we do? Without knowing like what the players will even actually do or attempt, it's quite interesting to design a level. What do they want to do? Do they like to jump to things? Do they want to place bricks? Will they do it safely? Will they do it dangerously? I have no idea. How do they even enter this building? Because it'll have to be hollow. I have a feeling this will be like a magical stream where I do a little bit of work here, and then off stream I'll do like 10 hours work, and then it'll actually be something. Possibly, maybe. Oh, it's also a little difficult when you don't know what your like 3D kind of platforms and everything that you actually have and can use are, like what the theme of the levels is supposed to be. I wonder if I'll have boosty platforms or ramps or something like that. Also, I think these are way too big. It's probably closer to the size they should be, but that's going to be interesting. Okay, so we gotta figure out where should the flags actually be. What should be over here? Should it all be water stuff? Should there be some stuff that's not water stuff? Like an area here that's actually like a... I don't even know what it would be exactly. I don't know what floats on water besides a boat. What could it be? Could be part of an island. That could be a little island or something. I guess we also need to figure out, like, with this grid map stuff, is it a combination of, like, just traditional platformer elements, or is all of this going to be redone? Like, is custom art, basically. Like, is all the geometry... Am I going to use the grid map at all, or am I just throwing it out and just going straight with, like, custom assets? Do not know. Grid map is fast. I would say grid map would usually be faster to develop with, except for that, like, since none of the items have, like, their collision boxes on them, and I'd have to add collision boxes to, like, all of them. It would take forever anyway to do it as a grid map, because I'd have to literally just add collision boxes to everything, unless there's a faster, easier way to do that that I'm not aware of. So it might end up I might just end up just using bricks for everything and just deleting the grid map and going full custom for all the geometry in the level, which would definitely... The thing that worries me most about that is, like, you kind of want limitations when you're trying to build stuff fast, and, like, with the grid map you're at least somewhat limited in what you can do, and with this, like, you can do anything, so you're looking at a massive time increase when you're doing stuff probably like this, where literally anything you want can be added, versus that where it's like, okay, you can only use X bricks, and that's all, your whole library. So that will be interesting. Very interesting. Okay, I am sleepy, so I'm gonna go to bed and think about this level design, think about what I can do with this here, and probably do some work on it, so there's, like, a more exciting video where have more of a direction of where I'm gonna go with this. Like, try some things, build some of those tiles that are actually interactive, and take a look at some 3D platformer games for reference to see if I can, like, get some kind of pattern going where I'm like, okay, this is working, this will actually be fun, or this will be the game. So yeah, thanks for watching. Catch you guys next time. Like, big shout out to the 3 people that had a massive flame war randomly in the chat. I don't even know if they're interested in game dev or not, but hopefully they are, and they'll come back and learn how to make games and learn how to communicate peacefully over time. Yeah, so I guess that's pretty much everything for tonight. Have a great night. I will catch you later. Tomorrow night, no, actually, I won't be streaming for the next couple of days. I have some events and stuff to get to, so I will be back on Monday, probably Sunday night, but if not, then Monday night. So, yeah.